the senator to inform the senator for Nyandalo that I'm indeed in the house.
Yeah, I'm duly informed by my chairman of the caucus. I am sure I know he was attending a very serious government business, so I didn't know that he was that meticulous to finish and come back in very, very good time. But the point that I was making is that, you know, especially from our region, every time a case comes up, it will most likely be from Nyeri, then another one from Kirinyaga, then remotely from Nyandara because of us are settlers from the other counties. So, Madam Speaker, this campaign against gender-based violence must cut across for men and for women. I thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Methu. We can have Senator Edwin Sifuna to give his statement.
Thank you for your indulgence, Madam Speaker. I had two statements. The first one was on water shortage in Nairobi City County. Madam Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources regarding the perennial water shortages in Nairobi City County. In the statement, the committee should state the measures by the Nairobi Water and Sewerage Company, NWSC, to effectively resolve the perennial water shortages experienced in Nairobi City County, particularly in Langata constituency, Embakasi area and the Central Business District, while giving timelines that have been set to address the problem. Secondly, Madam Speaker, the committee should spell out the measures that NWSC has taken to combat the emergence of water bowser cartels and criminal gangs in the water sector that are sabotaging water supply across the city for the purposes of exploiting the residents of Nairobi. Thirdly, Madam Speaker, the committee should provide an overview of the budgetary and operational plans that Nairobi Water has developed to facilitate the overhaul or replacement of obsolete water production and supply equipment, and finally, explain the technological advancement or innovative approaches that the Nairobi Water and Sewerage Company is adopting in order to reduce or eliminate instances of non-revenue water, such as the one sold by water cartels in the city. Madam Speaker, with your permission, I would like to read the second statement on the destruction of property in tea estates belonging to private investors in Kericho and Bomet counties. Madam Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on National Security, Defense and Foreign Relations regarding the destruction of property in tea estates belonging to private investors in Kericho and Bomet counties. In the statement, the committee should state the role, if any, played by any local leaders, security officials and respective employee unions in Kericho and Bomet counties in dissuading or encouraging the destruction of private property owned by tea estate farms. Secondly, explain why police intervention was not adequate to prevent the destruction of property belonging to the private investors, indicating the measures in place to ensure that the perpetrators are brought to book. Thirdly, outline the subsequent effects of the destruction on jobs and incomes across the tea sector in the two counties and nationally, noting that one of the multinational firms affected has publicly announced that it will be shutting down and laying off 16,000 employees. And finally, Madam Speaker, state the measures put in place by the government to restore investor confidence following the attacks and to assure them of their personal and commercial safety. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Next statement is by Senator